Hearty welcome to everyone to Madhuban, especially those who are here for the first time. And to welcome you all, I was just requesting the brother to play that song which Baba himself mentioned today in the Murli. The first song recorded by Baba's children. Earlier, we used to have gramophone records. But this is the one which Baba mentioned that the children have recorded this song on the basis of your experience. Humne dekha, humne paya. We have seen, we have achieved. Shiv Bhola Bhagwan. So he's going to play that song. Hope you don't mind being with Baba again. Please.
हमने देखा, हमने पाया, बोला भगवान।
कितना मीठा, कितना प्यारा, शिव भोला भगवान, शिव भोला भगवान।
हमने देखा, हमने पाया, शिव भोला भगवान। कितना मीठा, कितना प्यारा, शिव भोला भगवान, शिव भोला भगवान। हमने देखा, हमने पाया, शिव भोला भगवान। कितना मीठा, कितना प्यारा, शिव भोला भगवान, शिव भोला भगवान। संगम का शुभ पावन युग यह, नई सृष्टि का प्रात। मनोविकारों की मूर्छामय बीत चली है रात। अनुभव की है बात हमारी, नहीं तर्क का ज्ञान। कर लो परिचय परम पिता का, नहीं शब्द जंजाल, नहीं शब्द जंजाल।
सहज योग ही तुमको मिले, चिंता पुनः निदान। जीवन मुक्ति यही पर देता, सुन लो गीता ज्ञान, सुन लो गीता ज्ञान।
Om Shanti. First of all, I just like to know if you're all comfortable in Gyan Sarovar. It's bit cold. The weather is changing. It was warm 3 days back, and then suddenly, since yesterday, the change. Mount Abu doesn't have its own weather, affected by the snowfall on Himalayas, Jammu Kashmir, Shimla, Nainital. It's a lot of snowfall and rain. That affects Mount Abu as well. Even then, it's tolerable. As I saw in the newspaper, the minimum temperature last night was 4 on Guru Shikhar. That means here it must be around 10. But then, the warmth of Baba's heart takes away all the cold and warms up our hearts. I'm sure after being in Gyan Sarovar, whether you arrived yesterday, day before yesterday, or even this morning, meeting the divine family, seeing the smiles on each other's face, everyone must be feeling quite warm. Are you? Oh. And the tiredness must be gone already. How I wish you could see about 10,000 sisters and brothers in Shantivan. You will be seeing them tomorrow. All are moving around with smiling faces. And how do we greet each other? You'll get tired of saying Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Throughout the day, you will find someone or the other greeting you. Meeraben has given me this topic this morning. To me, I'm little reluctant to speak about the topic. Because all of Baba's children who are in Madhuban, who are in Gyan Sarovar or Shantivan, we are all here who have accepted from the heart. That's why all are here to meet Baba. And everyone wants to receive Baba's love, Baba's drishti, and in that drishti, in Hindi the words are such, in that drishti, in that vision lies our srishti, our world. And as they say in Hindi, as is drishti, so is the srishti. If the vision is good, the world is good. So, first of all, every one of Baba's children, when we receive the knowledge, first few weeks, of course, there is struggle of the mind and the intellect, then intellect and the heart, the feelings, the emotions. Once it becomes clear whom are we talking about, there are beautiful Hindi songs. Even before this song was recorded, the gramophone records which were played before the Murli, there were such songs. The wording, I still remember a few lines where it's mentioned, though the eyes can't see, but the heart recognizes. Aankh na jaane, dil pehchane. Should I sing? Yes? Well, you can't follow it. आँख न जाने दिल पहचाने सूरतिया कुछ ऐसी. So the image is such that only the heart recognizes. The eyes don't see. But when Baba comes to meet us, do we see at that time? We see Baba at that time, practically. Just as we can't see our own selves, can we? Can you see your own selves? Can the soul look at itself? We can feel. The feeling is there. The presence is there. And because there is life, it's clear that the human souls are there, and to meet us all, Baba will be there. Baba is there. Baba was there. Baba will be there. Baba takes care that we recognize Him. In the path of bhakti, on the basis of faith and on the basis of just heart, not the head, people worship, and when they worship, they have good feelings, though temporarily. But no change would take place within the self. But when we follow the path of wisdom based on the godly knowledge revealed by Himself, on one side there is proper understanding of not just who we are, who is God, what's our relationship, even how to remember Him. And there is so much of contrast. We see that when the prayers are there, especially in India, God is worshipped in many forms. And therefore the devotional songs which are sung, they have a lot of sentiments. The wording changes in the form of father, in the form of mother, And when they take to Sri Krishna, even beloved. But after receiving Baba's knowledge, it becomes clear how on one side there is mixture of three personalities: God, the Supreme in everything, Supreme Father, Supreme Teacher, Supreme Preceptor, Supreme Friend, even Mother. And then when he reveals himself, the medium, in Indian mythology, Brahma is considered to be the wisest being, an angel with the highest wisdom, the wisdom of scriptures. All the gods and goddesses, whenever they needed some help, some counsel, they would approach Brahma. But then for miracles, young Krishna is considered to be the incarnation of God, who would do anything unexpectedly. And yet, his closest friend, Arjuna, could not recognize him. Only when he received the divine visions, he was able to recognize. And that was the time when he understood the unlimited one coming before Arjuna in a limited form. That was the time, according to our scriptures, when God revealed himself. He revealed the biographies of all the three. And now we are very clear about it. God the Supreme, He doesn't descend at any other time except the confluence age. End of Iron Age, beginning of Golden Age. In between, as per the desires, the worship, whatever was going on, the wishes were fulfilled. As he reveals, with whatever aim people worship me, I fulfill their desires. I don't meet them. Only when I reveal myself, who am I, what am I, and what is my relationship with the souls, human souls. When that is made clear, on the basis of that, when there is connection, when there is relationship, when there is remembrance, then I am perceived, then I am able to reveal myself. And that is to my own beloved children. Many times the very educated, the ones who have read many scriptures of the path of bhakti, it becomes very difficult for them to accept. Because the differences are there, differences of philosophy. But then there is a saying, when there is a mirror, you can see your image. And to see your bracelets, you don't need a mirror. So when Baba himself descends, as per his promise, we have to first think, what is his promise? And that clarifies. The promise is when there is complete decay, degeneration of values, degeneration of even the elements, the 5 elements, degeneration in quality of consciousness. And because of that, negativity all around, and due to negativity, what do we receive? Happiness? Do we? No. Negativity brings sorrow, unhappiness. And negativity is because of ignorance. Ignorance of the truth. Truth about the self, truth about God, truth about karma, truth about this world cycle. Many times, many people ask, what about the other religious teachers, the preceptors, the founders of other religions? They gave such beautiful knowledge. So Baba reveals all the pure souls, when they descend and they preach their own philosophies, very beautiful philosophies. The only difference is when they preach, people accept. A new religion starts. The number increases, and then slowly and slowly decline starts, from golden age to silver, silver to copper, copper to iron. When all the religions which were established right from the beginning, when they reach their complete degenerated stage, preaching and practice, they differ. They are poles apart. And that's why when people don't follow the right consciousness, right thinking in their actions, it brings sorrow, it brings unhappiness. Lot of negative karma is created, troubling each other, individually, in families, in communities, then nations, and then global. When the entire humanity reaches a point of no return and all get worried, what will happen? Then some of them may think that their prayer is accepted, but he says, as per my own promise, when such a time comes, I descend. I reveal myself. I bestow the right knowledge on the basis of which you become wise. And with wisdom, there is positive change in individuals. The fortunate ones who are able to recognize. They recognize, of course, from the head, but on the basis of that recognition, the heart sings. Thank you, Baba. You have found us again. Were you here before? Those who are here for the first time, did you ever come here before? Do you remember? Forgotten. It's a long time, 5,000 years. How can you remember? I just want to share with you that when I was coming to meet Baba for the first time, 51 years ago, the teacher, our sister who was accompanying myself and another friend of mine from Bombay, she was making sure while we were traveling in the train, she was asking, don't forget, Baba will ask you, did you ever meet before? Don't forget that you met Baba Kalpa ago, 5,000 years ago. And we would joke, sister, how can we remember what happened 5,000 years ago? She says, but that's what Baba has revealed. Now this has to be accepted from the heart. The head doesn't accept. How can you accept? So I'm just thinking of a few scenes. I don't know whether you have experienced it or not. While we are going about, whether we are traveling, whether we are at one place, we come across some people whom we haven't met before. But instantly, we feel there is a feeling of belonging, instant smiles. Not just because we have the knowledge that we are all human souls, we belong to one Supreme Father, we are sisters and brothers. Not theoretically, but the feelings are there. The heart recognizes. The questioning of the head will be there. Did we ever meet before? It seems I have seen him, I have seen her sometime, somewhere, but I don't remember. But the heart says, yes, we did meet. Only when Baba reveals, sweet children, we were together 5,000 years ago. It's my promise. I descend every 5,000 years. For what? To make us knowledgeful again, to make us wise again, to make us full of all the positive qualities again, and to empower us to conquer our inner weaknesses. Because no one else could do it. And it's only because when so many human souls are able to conquer their own inner weaknesses as a result of being connected with the Supreme Being, just as Baba said, it's only when the double foreigners started coming to Madhuban, Baba became known as Father of everyone, no? Father of humanity, or Father of all souls, Father of all religions. Similarly, I feel when we human souls, on the basis of that understanding, connect with Baba, we receive that inner power which helps us to conquer our own weaknesses. And that makes Baba famous, Almighty Father. Because otherwise they say 5 vices are the worst enemies of human souls. And when we are able to conquer those enemies, who has enabled us to do it? The Supreme Father, the Supreme Teacher, the Supreme Satguru, the Supreme Friend. He enables us. But what is strange way of enabling us to conquer? As you would be listening to Baba tomorrow, interacting, the way Baba plays with the children. Just as these days they teach so many talents, so many skits, so many ideas to the little children through games. So Baba also plays with us. But at the same time, on one side he empowers us with knowledge and with direct drishti. The flow of that power through drishti to every one of us. And the other side is taking promises. He wants us to give a promise to him that we would definitely listen to him. We would definitely follow his Shrimat. Sometimes the fear is there. If we give a promise to Baba and falter later on, what would happen? But Baba says, don't worry, I'm there to help you all the time. This is the time when there is that time to help each one of us directly. But that would happen when, on the basis of the direct experience of togetherness, ensures that we accept this connection, we accept this relationship with Baba from the heart. Otherwise, it's difficult. Many times when we sit in silence, in meditation, I have seen many of our sisters and brothers, they have to struggle in the beginning. They are not able to connect so easily. And whereas some simpletons who are not very educated, and they just get lost in Baba's love within no time. And you see the smiles on their faces, the intoxication they have, and the inner power they receive. There are many stories, even in the path of bhakti. The people who had lot of knowledge of scriptures, they were still not able to conquer their own weaknesses. Because of the knowledge of scriptures, they had ego. Because of that ego, when they would debate about some or the other topic, they would become angry. And these are the worst enemies of human soul. Whereas the Supreme Father, Baba says, just say from your heart, Baba. The moment you say Baba, you start smiling. Where are your weaknesses gone? They are evaporated. They are no more there. Because Baba is there. The Almighty Himself is there in your heart. So weaknesses can't come. But, when I say but, it requires lot of attention. One of our brothers, one very aged brother, when he came to Baba, I remember in the 60s, 1962, 63, he used to share his experience. Well, to follow Baba's knowledge is not an easy thing. It's like walking on the sword, the edge of the sword. Just imagine. But then, it's only because as long as we confuse ourselves with lot of information from here and there, we try to find faults with others, the weaknesses in other people, we try to look at those things, then we get stuck. And I remember what Baba used to say, Sakar Baba himself, sweet children, see Father only. Don't look around, don't look at others. See Father and Mother. Follow Father and Mother. These are Baba's words. We are all effort makers. And while we make efforts, sometimes we can be influenced by the opinion of others. Our own clarity of thought may be affected sometimes. So the question arises for Brahmins, what is the best way to remain clear? And the answer from my own experience I can share with you is, what Baba has given to us. First of all, Baba's relationship with us. Let's accept it. And let's explore the beauty of that relationship. Let's sing songs of Baba's love in our hearts and see the feeling of nearness it creates. When we are internally, emotionally near to Baba, the influence on the soul is tremendous. The company in that consciousness influences our sanskars. We become better and better human souls. We become purer and purer. We become wiser and wiser. We become more and more powerful. And then we start feeling the joy, supersensuous joy of being Baba's children. Then there is no conflict between the head and the heart. It's all very clear, very easy to accept. Remembrance becomes easy. Because some of us go through difficulties, Baba has been explaining to us over the previous visits. Okay, if you can't remember all the time, if you can't remain connected all the time, at least 12 times in a day, spend 5 minutes, spend 10 minutes, then some of our wise sisters and brothers feel once we have accepted to be Baba's children, Baba's beloveds, Baba's friends, and we work for Baba's work. We are in this world for nothing else but transformation of the world from Iron Age to Golden Age. And we all know that every action, what we perform, when we are doing that under Baba's canopy, in Baba's remembrance, it's going to be accurate. So having that feeling all the time, Baba will not leave us alone. Even if you try to forget, He will awaken you. He will pull your ear. If you haven't cut short your hair, He will pull your hair. He will come to play with you. So just think and accept from your heart, yes, Baba, we are yours, you are mine. Let's be together. Because our togetherness is for a purpose. It's not just futile togetherness. The purpose is to create the new world. It's not a small job. But he says, you just play your role. Be my obedient children. Be my best friends. What else you need if he says you be my best friends? God becomes your best friend. I think in a few days you will be celebrating a special Friends' Day. What is that called? Valentine's Day. Okay. Can he become your Valentine? Yes. So Valentine Day, when is it? Tomorrow? It could be tomorrow? No? It is tomorrow. Because he has declared it is tomorrow. I am not saying anything. He says, I am coming to meet my friends. sometimes he gate crashes. He says, you whether you like it or not, I am going to be with you. But you have all come to be with him tomorrow, and it's going to be tomorrow. And it won't be just for a short while to exchange greetings. It will be for hours together. How long would you like to be with him? You'll forget eating your supper. The best way to find the balance between head and heart is a very simple way. Nothing difficult, which we are doing already. Every day we are doing. Is there anyone who doesn't get up in the morning to remember Baba? Anyone? All are here who enjoy being with Baba early in the morning. So that is the first thing, because that cleanses the mind, that purifies the soul, and that empowers the self to be courageous to accept God as your best friend. That takes away all the scare. Otherwise, people are so scared of God. Normally they say, just to avoid people from performing wrong things, they say, oh, fear God. And Baba says, if you fear me, how can you come near me? So you have had the courage of coming near him, now there is no need to fear. Because he says, sweet children, whatever you are my children. Can't we say, Baba, whatever we are your children? Is it difficult? This is what is needed from the heart. The head may say, no, I'm not that worthy, I haven't done this, I haven't done that, Baba wanted me to do this. I'm still not worthy of being. But then Baba says, no, you have done your best. Whatever you could do, you have done. The rest will be done in the coming days. Take my hand, be with me, take my help, and see how it works. And second thing is, we are always interested in finding the right counsel, so that whatever decisions we make, they are right decisions. And I think you would all agree with me, the best counsel is in the Murli. If you can study the Murli properly, it's nothing else but God's wisdom directly being conveyed. And it's for all aspects of human life, to improve in every field. You will find the more you understand the depth of Murli, better you perform. Every action would be so elevated, so beautiful. You would start feeling the joy within, and others would praise it. Your eyes would shine, lips would smile, head would be light, and sleep will be what? undisturbed, refreshing.
शिव शक्ति सेना की रणभेरी अब फिर बजती है।
शिव बाबा के ज्ञान से फिर माया को मार भगाना है।
शिव पिता को अब याद करो, सतयुग में तुमको आना है। शिव पिता को अब याद करो, मुक्ति धाम तुम्हें जाना है। अपने सुकर्मों के बल पर ही सतयुग में अब तुम्हें आना है।
धाम में तुम्हें
सतयुग में अब तुम्हें आना है।
धाम में तुम्हें जाना है।
So I was sharing with you about the impact of the Murli on the self. After having nice meditation, the understanding of the Murli is best. On one side, it enlightens us. And on the other side, our understanding becomes unlimited. We are able to perceive the depths of what Baba is sharing. And then when you apply it practically in day-to-day life, you become experienced. Practical wisdom. The change, the transformation, the karma becomes elevated karma. We all know the impact of negative karma instantly. Supposing someone is enjoying, very happy, and suddenly some negativity comes in mind. It brings about the change, the face changes. Stress starts coming in the mind. That's why Baba wants that we keep our relationship with Baba very firm and just keep feeling His nearness in our hearts. Once we have done this exercise in the morning, meditation and Murli, it will be easy for anyone to remain connected throughout the day. You won't falter at any step. It determines elevated karma throughout the day. Supposing due to the influence of previous old negative sanskars, there is temptation to do something wrong, but the power of that morning meditation and Murli is so much, it won't let you perform any wrong action, and then slowly bring you back on the right track. And a day comes when you decide in your heart, no more negativity. It's not my friend. It's not helpful to me in my spiritual pursuits. I have to become Baba's worthy child. The worthiness comes only when I follow Baba's Shrimad in the right way. I don't mix my own mind of negativity. I don't mix it with anyone else's negative thought or negative mind or negative counsel. Because sometimes, if we are guided by the wrong counsel, we can make mistakes. This is not the time when Baba says, even those who are here for the first time, it's nice that you have reached, you have found Father and you are come to receive your inheritance. He wants us to be clear of all the negativities now, whether we have been with Baba for years or whether we are here for the first time. Doesn't matter, because we all wish to be together in the golden age. Anyone who doesn't want to be there in golden age, please raise your hands. You don't want to be? I think some problem in translation. Anyway, I have spoken so many things to you, but if just one or two things. Why I shared with you about meditation and Murli, the first thing to start the day. I remember my initial days of grooming as a Brahma Kumar. Brahma Baba himself guided me on that path. It was in Madhuban, it was in Bombay. And he would always insist, first thing, Baba's remembrance. Second thing, Murli. Third thing, sweet child, first you should serve someone and then eat. Whether you go to the nearby temple or some other meeting place or a garden, serve someone and then you deserve to have your breakfast. And supposing while traveling you missed the Murli, Baba would insist, because I remember my first meeting with Sakar Baba here in Madhuban. After we had had the meeting and the beautiful experience, Baba advised, sweet children, before you go for lunch, this morning Murli was so beautiful. Have a copy of the Murli, read it first, and then go for lunch. We missed breakfast, so having little hunger, no doubt, but then Baba's advice. Real friend of human souls, Bap Dada. Always thinking of our betterment on a very subtle level, so that we can enjoy this diamond-like Brahmin life. Among all the lives, when we are directly in a relationship with the Supreme Parents, Supreme Teacher, Supreme Satguru, Supreme Friend, he wants us to have that supreme experience in our hearts. Any questions you may ask? Om Shanti. Anything? Anyone who has any question, please. So all are satisfied. I'm very happy. Thank you, and you can clap. And we would like to have some meditation. You like to have some meditation? Baba is your friend. Okay? You can sing songs in your heart, or I would like the brother to play some beautiful songs which are connecting us with Baba as our best friend, nearest one, dearest one.
मधुर रागिनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा, शीतल चांदनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा, मधुर रागिनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा, शीतल चांदनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा। निर्मल से गंगा, उज्ज्वल से यमुना, निर्मल से गंगा, उज्ज्वल से यमुना, परम पावने सा तेरा प्यार बाबा, मधुर रागिनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा, शीतल चांदनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा। तेरे आभा है स्वर्ग बिखेरे हुए, तुमको देखा तो बाबा हम तेरे हुए। खुशियाँ मिले हैं, खुशियाँ मिले हैं बेशुमार बाबा, मधुर रागनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा। जिंदगी सोने जैसे करी हो गई, कैसे ये हम पे जादू गरी हो गई। जिंदगी सोने जैसे करी हो गई, कैसे ये हम पे जादू गरी हो गई। जीवन में आई, जीवन में आई अब बहार बाबा, मधुर रागनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा। ज्ञान की पाए अनमोल हम निधि, योग की तुमसे सीखी अनोखी विधि। ज्ञान की पाए अनमोल हमने रिधि, योगी की तुमसे सीखे अनोखी विधि। हमें ले चले हो, हमें ले चले हो उस पार बाबा, मधुर रागनी सा तेरा प्यार बाबा।